Hey, guess what? Season 202 is about to finally end. We're going to wrap. This is Neil.
Hey there.
I'm Wendy. Together we are Yukon! And this was season 202. It was all about duos and the number 2. And oh my god, you guys, that was so amazing.
There was so much, awesome music that came out of this. And thank you all for being awesome.
I'm going to get so choked up in this video because so many amazing things. And that was, that was my vision for this. I thought it's New Year week. People are home. You're with family.
But that's the thing. People are home with family, so
that was
more of an opportunity.
That was exactly my point. It seemed like the perfect week when people would be, you'd have opportunity, and it seemed like it worked. It started out a little slow. We were a little worried the first day or two. I think everybody was a little worried the first day or two, and then all of a sudden it just took off, and it just got so amazing. It got better and better as time went on. So, and we even had some stuff come in after the season ended. I counted all. That was all great stuff. Oh, so wonderful. And we're gonna shout out everybody because I think anybody who participated in this season, if you participated, you're a winner. Everybody's a winner. And we do have one special winner, and we have a very, very special prize.
We have a prize, and we're going to hit that
amazing
at the end,
prize.
right?
The fabulous prize is the reason why it's taken us so long to do the wrap, because otherwise we were ready weeks and weeks ago to do this. And Neil's been cooking up this amazing, amazing prize. So stay tuned for that. And it's all happening. So you're all winners. We started off the week with a couple of everybody from overseas posted first, of course, because y'all are in daytime
time zones
when we're all sleeping. And so we had a couple of Simon and Garfunkel covers from the Netherlands. We had the fabulous, amazing Tiger Sisters. How wonderful to meet Cynthia and have another euchre join us on the beautiful Sister Harmonies. They did Scarborough Fair, and then later on they did this fabulous, beautiful version of Walking in the Air, which I had never heard, and I had never seen that movie, The Snowman. Janet also later did a beautiful solo version of Walking in the Air. Beautiful.
Yeah, the uke playing was just understated, very beautiful on that in particular.
You're talking about the
Walking in the Air,
the Tiger Sister one.
Yeah,
because there were
Tiger
two
Sisters.
Walking in there.
Yeah, and they were both awesome.
You wanted to shout out the Tiger Sister one, and Janet's was stunning too. If anybody didn't see that, and she posted in that we had this really cool thing going on this week where people could post solo videos, and I had a special playlist for that, and then other people could just pick them up and add to them, and we had tons of great stuff that got added to. That was one of the 2 or 3 that didn't get added to at the end, but oh, so beautiful all by itself. Janet's version of that. I didn't know that movie or that song. You guys made me go watch that movie, The Snowman. It was fabulous. All right, so, and then Vim and Adri, his wife, doing Feeling Groovy, real happy, upbeat version of that. That was sweet.
You moved too?
Dan in Brazil, Bone Soup, and his father-in-law doing White Christmas together, the father-in-law singing with you. How awesome was that? That was wonderful. We had Linda Loudon posted right at the beginning saying, I'm sorry, I don't have any time really for the season. And then she proceeded to be like the universal donor for the entire week. There were a bunch of you who deserves particular shout outs. Linda was one. There's a ton of you. I'll mention the names as we come across them. But so many people added to other people's videos and did collaborations with lots of people, and just so much great participation from people this week. And here was Linda going, I don't have time, and then she did a ton of things. But she started off kind of apologizing because she did a duo with her dog. But it was a legitimate duo because you had Pop Brizzer playing bass on it.
We had
so
a duo with the dog and a duo with an iPad.
We had some very interesting duos this week with unusual and Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster, can't forget that.
Yeah. So that was Bicycle Bill for 2, and then Linda and Pa also did Just a Closer Walk with Thee later in the season.
That was great.
Yeah.
That was a wonderful. Everything about it, and the harmonies, the uke came out great.
Harmonies, really lovely. Tina and her sister Amy, so lovely. There were a bunch of people that we used to see all the time in the seasons, and we haven't seen in a while, who all participated that particular week. that we hadn't seen in a while. We haven't seen them since, and Tina and Amy was one. That was wonderful, you guys. Love those sister harmonies, the laughter, the fun blooper outtakes at the end, the little handoff with the uke over to Amy and back. That was adorable. There was some great stuff in that. Love you guys. Come back. I know Tina's always somewhere else, but
I think we'll
come
see.
back when you can.
I think we'll be seeing that again.
I hope we
Yeah.
see them some more. We used to see them a lot. There's a lot of people you don't know that we
Yeah,
used to see a
I'm
lot.
newer to this season
And
than
then
Wendy is.
and they came in and I'm like, oh, those people are back, you know. And to Neil, it's like, oh, that's somebody new probably. But
It's
to
all
me,
new.
it was like
Most
I
of it
know
is
you
new to
all.
me.
Yeah. So there's a bunch of people though that were back. That was great. Ukulele Extra Cheese Ted and his wife doing Howlin' for You. That was adorable. So much fun seeing her dance and sing with you. There were a lot of spouses, mostly wives, that we saw that we don't usually see, and also siblings. We saw a lot of beautiful sibling harmonies. Rick Greeny and Alan Decatur Comp, both Allens, Alan Decatur Comp and Alan DP in Texas were two of the people who participated a bunch with lots of people. But Rick and Alan did Two Hearts. What a perfect song choice for a season. That moved me, and your video was fabulous, and the little hearts was great. Brian Pupperzer and Ivan, brother Ivan, they did 3 songs together. They did I Still Pray, Bye Bye Love, and Better Day.
Oh, I still pray that
Yeah.
just came together great.
I just love hearing you guys together. I would love to see it. Ivan's one of those people we only see once in a while, and it was so wonderful that this season got him in. And I love the one where you guys laughed in the middle. That was hilarious. I'm so glad you left that in. 2 Little Woodpeckers, John and Jew. How cute are you two? And they did 3 original songs. The Things Couples Do, Spring Lightning and Love, and Sadness is a Part of You. All really fun, beautiful harmonies, fun stuff, clever songs, and the artwork you guys do is amazing. You always do such great stuff. And felt like we were seeing the start of something in progress right there. That was really cool. And then Janet did a duet with Cookie Monster. She did 2 Dozen Roses. I kind of suspect Cookie Monster might have been April, I think. And then later on they did Winter Light together, April and Janet, with April, this is Janet's daughter April, playing the flute, and Janet playing uke with her, and that was really, really beautiful, you two. So both of those were really, really sweet.
Is there normally so much in the way of flutes and other instruments, or is this
Not nearly, no, because usually we're just playing uke solo. So I think, that was another cool thing about this duo season, was we got a lot of additional instruments we don't get nearly as often because we did duos. That was really cool. Rick Hendelele in North Carolina and his friend Mitch doing You Ain't Going Nowhere. You looked like you were having so much fun, and always so much fun to see a new uke player in seasons. Mitch, come back. That was great. Linda Loudon and her sister Lori. Always great to see you doing stuff with Lori. That was beautiful. They did Hard Times Come Again No More, and they each posted it on their channel. So we watched it twice. That always love those sister harmonies, beautiful. Myrna ukulele and Linda turtle drum. Linda was another Linda who, all the Lindas and the Allens participated a bunch this week. Linda was another one who just added to a bunch of people's stuff and did wonderful things. So she and Maureen Myrna ukulele did 2 things together. They did There's a Kind of Hush and All I Have to Do Is Dream. Those were sweet. Thank you. And then another cool thing that we both liked was that there were sometimes people would post something and somebody would add to it and then somebody would add something else, or there would be 2 different people adding to the same thing.
It would be layered or go in multiple directions. That was awesome to see that.
Different versions of things. Really cool. So Alan Decatur Comp did he did The Monkey and the Engineer, and then Alan in Texas added some stuff to that and called it Big Locomotive. Bernie added some lyrics, so Alan, gonna get the Allens confused. Decatur Comp, Alan reposted that with the additional lyrics, and then Jeff Tuller added some harmonica to that.
That really brought it over the top, the harmonica.
That was awesome.
It was great. It fit the song.
Yeah, I don't know that we've seen you playing harmonica before, Jeff.
I
That
hope
was so
I hope we see
cool.
more harmonica.
That was really cool. And let's see. And then we had Silly Dave and Ruth, your wife Ruth. So sweet to see Ruth. I think that's. I don't know if that's the first time we've seen her, but it was certainly, you've even shouted it out. It was the first time we've seen her play ukulele. Keep that up. Come back. And
You
do
had
some
a
more with us.
video with that. First time you
Yeah,
played
I'll
her.
talk
Yeah.
about. We both did a bunch of videos too. Like,
Yeah.
how often do hosts do as many videos as we did? I did 7, I think. One was with
Well,
you.
you did a lot of real
and
life
6
stuff,
with other people.
and I did a bunch of like multi-tracking over the internet.
Yeah,
that
you
was a
did
ton
it.
of fun to do.
ton of cool collabs with people. I'm going to shout all those out because some of those were some of my favorite things in the season, and you probably aren't going to shout them out, but I will. Because those were great. Am I lucky to be on a band with this guy or what? He's amazing. So, but we both did like 6 or 7 videos each in the season because we were having fun too, and we were having parties, and we were with people, and it was just easy and fun. Well, mine were easy. Yours, you took a ton of work on yours. Amazing stuff. But anyway, so Silly Dave and Ruth, they did something stupid that was adorable, and then later on at their New Year's party, they had some additional people join them on Proud Mary with a whole lot of like drunken dancing at their party. Well, I don't know what you were doing, but you were having a good time at that party, I think.
Let's leave it at that.
We'll just leave it at that. Summer Wine, Mike in Denmark, Yuking Viking joining us, I think for the first time, right? This was your first season.
Summer Wine, and Summer Wine was one of the songs that inspired something for the prize, but we'll get back to that later.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, you can talk about that later. Yeah. So Linda Loudon jumped in and did a duo with Mike. And, like, how awesome was that for you to do a duo for your very first season? That was really cool. Kiss Me Goodnight, Sergeant Major Robin CJ. Guys, crack me up. That was hilarious. I loved the song. I loved your shtick with it. Hilarious. You guys were so funny. Just my kind of thing, you know. You know my sweet spot. And then Rob and the Gardeners of the World. That was a very big duo. That was like a whole lot of people in that. But it was exactly in the spirit of this thing. It was collaborating with cool people and making beautiful music. That was a fabulous thing. If anybody didn't see that, they did Give Peace a Chance.
That was great.
With the Gardeners of the World. Beautiful video. Everybody should check that out if you missed it. And then Rex. Rex couldn't speak that week for several weeks. Ours was one of them. And so he managed to get a couple of collabs done. He did a beautiful instrumental version of Silent Night. And I'm going to cry because this was one of the ones that moved me. It moved me to tears when I watched it, and it's bringing it up again now, talking about it. Just stunning version of that, and then Pop Brizzer added beautiful, beautiful recorder on Silent Night, and then added another song as a counter melody too. Oh, so beautiful. Oh, I can't tell you how many times I watched that. That was so beautiful. Linda Loudon and Rob did Great High Mountain, beautiful harmonies. Neil wants to say something.
Yeah, no, just it was wonderful. The harmonies were spot on. The video itself was a lot of fun. I'm not usually going for the fancy video, but yeah, it just fit the song so well.
Yeah, there were a few really beautiful fancy videos. You know, we didn't care about that either way, but that wasn't the point of the season. But it's so cool when you guys do that stuff. It's fun.
I think this was a more technically.
Somebody has to teach me how to do that.
It's more of a techie season than usual, so not surprising.
Yeah, because of having to put the duos together, so it required a little more tech
as long
than
as you dig it into the software,
of one sort or another. Unless you had somebody live with you, which is what I do. It's much easier. Russell and his friends Heather and Owen doing, so it was a triple duo, doing Poncho and Lefty. That was really, you guys looked like you were having so much fun. I hope we see you guys all again in the seasons. What's up with people in our lives not being in the seasons? I don't get it. Everybody who plays ukulele should be here, right? Why not? So much fun. Oh my God, Jeff Tootler. Jeff was one of the people who participated a bunch, mostly by putting solo videos out, and every time he did, he got like 2 different people to do stuff. Great stuff. So Jeff did I Am a Rock, and Decatur Comp Alan and Big Daddy Euchre Dave both added to that. Those were really great, and it was fun to see 2 different versions of that. And I'm here, not there. Tommy I know Tommy, and he's talking all the time about his lovely wife Susan and their relationship, and I've never seen her before. It was so wonderful to see you guys do a duo together, Auld Lang Syne, because it was New Year's week. That was great. Alan in Texas and Linda Loud in Reno. This is one of the best things I have ever heard anywhere, you guys. That was amazing. That was another one that just moved me to tears. The harmonies, the everything, so spot on. The, you know, just the emotional delivery of the song. Oh. You know, it's like all of this stuff is great, and some of these are special highlights. But man,
We're talking this one.
this, no, not.
it's-
I'll
they're
tell you when
other-
we get
they're
to that
other
one.
thing, right.
No, Reno.
That was yeah.
It was
That was
yeah,
special.
That was just amazing, and like this was when I envisioned duo season. This was the kind of thing, like amazing stuff that would never have happened otherwise. Loved that one. This one, the next one is Alan Thornton,
Right,
Decatur Kump, and Linda Loudon did My
Mama
Mama Was a Folk Singer. Alan Thornton wrote this song inspired by Linda's stories about her mom. Made a video of it, and then Linda added to it. Just, like, where else does that happen?
That one just really hit for me because my mom, she has a beautiful voice, and we do make music together. We sing, and I bring a guitar or a uke to her house, and she actually was a semi-pro musician in the Catskills when she was younger. Played with some Latin bands. So anything about my mom was a folk singer, is gonna hit home for me in particular. Great job, guys.
Oh, and I hadn't even thought of that when I watched it. Maybe when I watched it I did, but my dad, was my musical inspiration. My dad was always playing in bands and shows and stuff, and he's a big part of the reason why I play music today, I think. So yeah, it's a sweet spot for me too. That was a beautiful thing you guys did. Mark Myth Informed was another one who did a whole lot of videos. He did a lot of solo videos that people added to. Mostly instrumental stuff, but he also sang on one. I don't usually hear you sing. That was awesome. And so he did Misty, and then Alan in Texas sang beautifully. That's not an easy song to sing. He did a beautiful version of that.
Misty was one of the first songs I learned when I took jazz guitar lessons back when I was younger. Beautiful song.
This is the reason why he's so good on uke, because he's been playing guitar since he was little. And then he just picks up a uke, and he's like 1,000 times better than everybody at it, like instantly.
Actually, seeing what you and the Seasons have been doing has been inspirational.
Aww.
That there's so many different things you can do with the uke. It's not the little plinky thing from Hawaii. Well, it is, but it's more than that.
It can be, and it can be more than that. Yeah, and so happy you took my invitation to join the Seasons. Yeah. Yay. There's one other local person who joined the Seasons who I will shout out in a moment too. Devoted to You, Denise and Ray. Oh my God, that's another couple that we haven't seen in a zillion years, and then they popped in and did this beautiful thing. So moving. First of all, your harmonies were spot on. The music was great, and then they did this video with like all their friends and family that they wanted to express their love for. So beautiful, you guys. I love that. That's it. I just rewatched most of the snippets of the whole playlist just in preparation for this because it's been so long. And oh man, that one makes me cry every time. So beautiful. Mrs. Robinson, Big Daddy Euchre, and this guy.
That was my first collaboration of the week, and that was a ton of fun.
And your last, I think I got posted last, but it got started first. This one came about because right at the start of the season, when we announced the season, Dave, Big Daddy Euchre, posted, does somebody want to collaborate with me? And Neil said, I will. Yeah. And because they're both my Facebook friends and they didn't know each other, I introduced them by Facebook message. And so whenever they
she would spy in our chat room. It was hilarious.
You could have taken the conversation private, but you didn't.
Nah.
But so they just kept messaging each other in this same thread where I introduced them. And so the whole week I was watching the progress of the thing, and I could see all the, oh my God, they worked so hard on that thing, and it was fabulous. I loved
Big Daddy Euchre did a couple of drafts and sent them to me, and I had feedback, and he said, all right, and did another one, and eventually we
I seem to remember you talking about what you were working on about it too. So there's a lot of work going on behind the scenes about that.
We did a couple of overdubs before.
A week. That was
Yeah,
like
we
the
were both
first.
happy.
That was probably the first duo
And I
that got
imagine
put
that's
together.
pretty typical of what people did.
Um, yeah, probably. I have no idea what you all put into these things. I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
a lot of work went into quite a lot of these. But yeah, that was amazing. Like that one was probably the first video that got put together. Like the duo formed right because
really?
it was right after I posted the season. It was right after. I think that's my
We weren't
memory.
the first duo
It was-
to post, were we?
No.
No,
What
no,
I'm
no,
saying,
no.
you were almost the last to post because it took you all.
Oh, you
week
mean to
do
start
it.
knitting it together, right?
But to
yeah.
like join and say you were gonna do the thing, it got started right at the beginning, and then then they spent all week doing this work. Anyway, I'm sure a lot of you did that, but I got to like eavesdrop on this one. It was pretty wild, and I loved it. It was so great. Pee Wee and Rick Green. So Peter, Pee Wee, and Rick Greeny got together live. How cool was that? I always love seeing seasonistas who live far apart actually visiting and playing together with each other. So that was awesome. They did Life is White. That was really fun. And then Michael of We Tigers did this beautiful thing with his, I think, 5-year-old daughter, Nina. She was playing her little keyboard
Einhorn?
and he was
Yeah.
just sitting on the bed and playing uke with her Einhorn. Yeah, it was beautiful. Oh my God.
It's always great seeing kids get into music. I have a 2-year-old daughter who is
Adorable.
she just sees me practicing or working on whatever, and she just wants to know all about it, or bang on her piano when I'm recording, whatever.
Yeah, well.
She's in a bunch of
Maybe
she's
you'll
in
make a video like
almost
that. With her
every
one day.
video I've made in one way or another.
She peeps in them a lot. She speaks in some of our videos. But
I'm getting an album together on my own, and yeah, she's in some of those tracks. I can't get rid of everything.
But anyway, Einhorn,
That's
that
it.
was
And I
just
wouldn't want to. Yeah.
that was adorable. I can't imagine any parent not being moved by that.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
that
amazing.
was amazingly moving.
Walking the dog.
Mm.
Pub Rizzer and Rob Weeginja Yin. Walking the dog.
Yeah, that was great. Great groove.
That was really cool.
Great song.
Tommy, I Am No Man, and Dave Big Daddy Euchre did The Hold Up. That was hilarious. I love that song. That was so funny. You guys made me laugh. And you played it really well and sang it well too. It was really fun. I like the combination of the two of you together. Really cool duo. Jeff Tootler did he did this thing called 2x2 or Sunday morning / 2x2 and that was another solo that he posted and two people picked up on it, Alan in Texas and this guy.
Yeah.
And those were
Yeah, I think we both did youth parts, but we approached them very differently. It was great. It was a lot of fun to see
and
how they turned out.
And this was actually a thing. This was an instrumental that Jeff played on the flute, and then they both added different youth parts to it. And
it was a fun challenge to just try to lock into that rhythm. That was a tremendously rewarding to work on.
Though. Oh, both of those are so beautiful to listen to. Decatur Comp and Terry, his wife, did the Girl Downtown. I always love seeing you and Terry together. That was really fun. Adorable. Janet Bonsai and Brian Pub Rizzer, Hawaiian Superman. Janet sang a little snippet of that song that we actually did together at Strum back in July. Those of us who were there, we all played that together. There's a video of that somewhere on my channel, I think, from that day. And but she just did a solo version of a piece of it, and Brian played recorder on it. I think really beautiful stuff. Recorder, right?
I think.
I just watched it.
I'm not a woodwind
Anyway, it was
guy.
really beautiful. I loved it.
Woodwinds confuse me. They sound great.
Dave Big Daddy Euchre and Michael of We Tigers did 1 and 1 Makes 2. Johnny Cash song.
Mm-hmm.
Dave,
That's
I had
Johnny
no
Cash?
idea you could sing like that. That was amazing. He was so channeling like that deep Johnny Cash voice. That was fantastic. And then Michael playing some stand-up bass and drums on it. That was awesome. Bernie, Barba Blanca did a couple of original songs for us this week. Double Trouble, which I think you wrote this, I forget, one of them you wrote this week, maybe both of them. And that was the one about the living with two women. That was kind of fun. And Brian Ukeford participated in that one, added some stuff to that. That was way cool. Added some bass and leads and cool stuff. And, I love any video where somebody's playing an Epiphone. Bernie, that was cool. I love those. I have one. I play it a lot. Mark Mythinformed did I'll See You in My Dreams. We got another one where we got two different duo versions of that. Linda Turtledrum, who was another, I already mentioned she did a bunch.
Yeah.
She added some vocals to it. And then separately, Andrew Libranian did this beautiful, just a little kind of noodling around, adding some instrumentals on his uke. That was cool. Do you want to say something?
No,
about
just it's love seeing instrumentals. Well, would love to see more instrumentals in the season. It says when you don't have a vocal to hang off of, it can be
They're harder.
even harder. Yeah.
They're a lot harder.
You gotta be spot on with
those.
those.
It's much easier to strum and sing than it is to do actually deliver a song without adding the melody with your voice. It's much harder. So yeah, that was amazing. And Mark does mostly instrumentals. They're fantastic always. Gina is my other local uke friend from New Jersey who I met. I think I met you like your first day playing uke or pretty close to it, if not that. And oh my God, how far have you come? And your husband Shane, who was in your video with you. I met you both together. And so cool to see Shane again. I haven't seen him in a while. It was fun to see you two together doing two of us, Beatles, two of us.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my God, Gina, you played that riff perfectly. That was great.
I was amazed it took as long as it did to see that song show up.
I know. We actually, I don't know if you remember, but we quoted
like,
it a little bit in our opening video. So maybe that's why people stayed.
That and the Meatloaf song.
But yeah, I thought we would see that sooner. But when we did end up seeing two versions of it, but it was quite late in the season. Rex and his iPad. Again, Rex couldn't sing, so he got his iPad to sing Itsy Bitsy Spider for him. But the iPad doesn't really sing, it just talks.
My daughter loved that video because she loves that song.
That's so fun. Manfrog, John Liebler, and Sandy, his friend Sandy. Oh, what a voice that woman has and the guitar. Oh, that one rocked. They did Don't Let It Get You Down. I had not heard that song, but man, that rocked. That was a great duo. So much fun to see all your friends join you. I hope they come back. And, Sandy needs to play a uke if she's going to come back on her own, but she could come back with you. Janet Bonsai brought Yuki Dave. Oh, Neil doesn't probably know about Yuki Dave, but we know about Yuki Dave. Yuki Dave.
I've heard.
Yuki Dave
died
I
know
about a year ago, yeah. And he was just, he did duos all the time. Like, that was his thing. And Janet said, he would have loved this season, and I think that's right. So Janet did a really...
Yeah. My first video for the seasons was January 14th, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so Janet brought a really beautiful duo with Yuki Dave of Let It Be Me. Oh, if you haven't seen that, go see that. That's another one that made me cry. It was so beautiful. Always so great to have Yuki Dave, and yeah, I agree with you. Like, this would have been a season that would have been right up his alley. Ralph, the only uke that matters, brought Jessica, his wife, is another person we hear about a lot more than we see. So it was really fun to see her bopping along with you, and I think playing and shake her egg and singing along. But that was great. And then there were a few videos that people submitted as solos that didn't get picked up and made into duos. One of them was Bernie wrote his other original song, I'm Seeing Double, and I'm counting it as a duo because he played his first lead guitar solo on Beryl, his guitar, in that. So it's a duo between Bernie and Beryl. We're counting it because it was awesome. And go you! I wouldn't, if you hadn't told me that was your first time soloing, I wouldn't. It was fantastic. I mentioned earlier, Janet also did Walking in the Air, and that didn't get picked up, but that was lovely. She's got it's a multi-track version, so she did kind of a duo with herself on it. There's harmonies in it and multiple ukes. I think beautiful. Mark Mythinformed did Memories Are Made of This. That one didn't get picked up. It's beautiful. Still there. If somebody wants to do it. Still in the playlist. And then after the season ended, we got a day or two later, we got a couple of beautiful things in. Alan Decatur Comp brought Jazz in, Captain Love Handles. Love you, Jazz. So, he's a guy who hasn't participated in the seasons, I think, the entire time. He was from before my time also, but I met him. I know Jazz. And Jazz Jazz designed this. He's a fabulous
Oh, he did?
artist. Yeah, he actually, and he signed it. Says "I'm spicy" inside there. Jazz signed that for me.
I didn't know he did the Pepper
at the
Uke.
Ukulele World Congress. So I've met him, so that was special to me. And what a beautiful version of two of us you did. Jazz sang and Alan played. Oh, gorgeous stuff. So I hope you come back, Jazz. Find time for us. Love you. Wonderful stuff. And then Leslie, Barefoot Gypsy, brought her friend Caroline, and they played uke and sang together on Bye Bye Love. Got two versions of Bye Bye Love this week. Uh-oh, there goes my phone. Make it stop.
Make it stop. Just a second ago, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb.
We're almost done. We're almost done. Stay with us. We're going to announce prizes really soon. So, stop. Oh, I thought I made it stop. I guess not. Oh, well, it'll stop on its own in a moment. Sorry about that. So, yeah, so those were great. And then there was a solo version of Paul, Red Paul in the UK did Two Margarines by John Shuttleworth, which I think is hilarious. I love John Shuttleworth. He's really funny.
That song was a lot of fun.
If you're not from the UK, you're probably not familiar with him. He's a season's discovery for me from some previous season, but I love his stuff. It's very funny. And so Paul did this really funny song, had two in the title, Two Margarines, so it fit. And nobody was picking it up. And then after the season ended, Michael of Wheat Tigers added some stuff to it. And he added, I think, bass and drums and stuff. And he added a hilarious animation, stop motion animation. That's not easy to do. That was pretty funny. Bread and margarine floating around in a tiger. That was fun. So I'm glad that got picked up finally. And then after all that, we had one last... way later, I think we got Linda Turtle Drum added to Linda Bird's Eye View. Never participated directly in our season during this season, and then Linda Turtle Drum added to her song "Universe" by T-Rex, which is really cool. I like that a lot. So, and I apologize because the other people who participated late, their names got added to the list that we posted. For some reason, I left you out. I think probably because that one came in. Oh, sorry. That one came in after I made the list. And I don't know why I didn't think to go back and add it. I apologize. So you're not on the thing that you will see in a moment. But that was that. And then I didn't mention, Neil mentioned I put mine last because I got to do videos with people in my life. My niece Sarah, she's my cousin's daughter. She's 12.
That was adorable.
Oh my God.
Both versions of it.
I gave her. She did 3 videos in one night. I went to visit my relatives for dinner, and she said, "Teach me to play uke," and I taught her "Lion Sleeps Tonight," and she played it really slow. It took us ages to get to the point where we made the first video, and she played really slow, and I sang. And then, right after we finished the video, she kept playing, and she instantly got so much better at it that we had to make a second video later, an hour later, of the same video, because then she was singing and she was playing it way faster and better. And I'm like, oh, we need to redo that because you're already better than the video.
Clearly, she's a natural there.
She's gonna be good. And then she wrote a song. She wrote an original song on the spot and made a video of that too. Amazing. And then I also got to teach first uke lesson to my friend Michael Wolf, and he made a video at a party. So we had 3 parties that week. I had one, Neil had one, there was some other one I think that I went to. And so at the party that I threw on January 3rd toward the end of the week, I made videos with 3 or 4 different people. I made one with Michael. I taught him to play uke. I made one with my friend Jeff on guitar, and I made a ukulele duo video, "It Takes Two," with Steven, who's really, really good. I was really honored he played with me, and that video keeps getting views. Usually I post seasons videos that get some views and then it mostly stops, right? But that one, every time I look, it keeps getting more views. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. I hope he plays with me again. That was fun. So it was really awesome to be able to participate that much in our own season. Oh, and then we did one together. We did Older by They Might Be Giants, and I've been posting that on people's Facebook
that's
pages.
fun. I've been
become my happy birthday song if you want Facebook. So we got to participate more than I do in most seasons.
It was a busy week, but it was a ton of fun.
Well, it was a holiday week. That helped, I think. But it was great. So, Da 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 da! Drum roll, please, or ukulele roll, or something.
Yes,
we have prizes.
We have made what is essentially
He made
a certificates for the season. And what we're going to do is we're going to put this online where you can get it, and you'll note it's got everybody's. We wanted to be everybody's name in here, and everybody will be able to download a PDF of this. But more than that, we have randomly done a drawing, and we are giving away the original art.
Yeah, so first of all, just be completely clear about this. You're all winners. If you participated in this season, any one of those names we just mentioned, I hope I didn't forget anybody, but if I did and you know.
We tried really hard to make this comprehensive and complete.
Yeah, if we missed anybody here or in the shoutouts, you know who you are. If you participated, you won, and you get to print out this beautiful thing and hang it on your wall in full color if you want, or black and white if you don't have color. But take it to Kinko's or something because it's beautiful. And so you can proudly display winner of season 202. And we did do a drawing for the original art. This is why it's taken us 8 weeks to get this done, because look at all this work he did. Look how amazing this is.
Some of these are inspired by particular songs. Some of these are inspired by just ukuleles. And some of the art bits are inspired by each other. I don't have any clue why there are trains bracketing a kitchen wall, but that's where it went. That's what happened.
Creative mind. Isn't it beautiful? I don't know how well you can see the color and everything, and it's what did you do it in? Ink wash?
It's done in inks. The colors are in like watered down inks.
But they're stunning. The colors are bright and beautiful and stunning close up. I think the lighting is not showing that off as well as it might, but it's really beautiful.
I got a good photo of this that's going online.
Whoever wins this is going to be really happy, I think, having it on the wall behind them.
So had we choose the winner?
So here's what we did. So we had 72 total videos. We had 67 total people participate, 39 seasonistas and 28 friends and family who were not seasonistas. I counted them too, and they were in the drawing too. And I drew a random number between 1 and 67. That's the total number of people who participated, 67. And the winner was number 42. The answer to life, the universe, and everything. That was the answer. And the seasonistas were first, 39 seasonistas. So 42 was the third person on the friends and family list. And it was April. It was Janet's daughter, April, won the drawing. So I'm really pleased about that. Hopefully you guys will hang it somewhere where you both can enjoy it, and maybe we can see it in the background of your videos once in a while. I don't know. But enjoy that, April and Janet. You guys are going to love this. It's beautiful. And I think I maybe already have your address, Janet, but if not, PM me on Facebook is better than the UU because it doesn't fill up. That would be great. So, but let me know your address, and we will mail that out to you. If for some reason, I can't imagine why you wouldn't want this, but if for some reason you don't want it, or you don't have wall space and you're not going to, just let us know privately and we'll choose somebody else. But I'm pretty sure, I want that. Who wouldn't want that? It's beautiful. So
well, you can't have it.
I can't have it. No, our names were not, despite the fact that we did like 13 videos between us. Our names were not in the drawing, of course. But that was a random drawing, and April came up the winner, and how cool was that? So, because I think she did 2 videos, including Cookie Monster. If Cookie Monster was indeed April, which I think it was, she did that beautiful flute solo. And anyway, beautiful. Congratulations
Great
to
job,
everybody. You are all winners.
Thanks again for participating. It was a great week. And
keep making duo videos. I know there's a few people who said this was their first time making duo videos, and some of you have kept doing them since, and you discovered they're not so hard after all. So keep making duo videos. They're great. Love you all. This season, it doesn't get any better than that, does it? Really, it doesn't. Yay, done! Finally. Sorry.